What's up, YouTube? How you doing, my YouTube family? So today I wanted to have a conversation um, where I speak on the black family. Clear my throat, okay? Let me clear my throat. So yeah, the black family. I think that in order for the black family to be successful, we're really going to have to take care of each other. And that means get back to our old school ways. I remember seeing, and I don't know from experience personally, but I do remember hearing certain things about how the black family was stuck together somewhat like how the Spanish community sticks together. And I feel like we've grown so far away from that till now we're out here like foster children. And we don't know what to do. We're lost. So lost. Okay? I mean, it's so much destruction going on in our family. Oh, I realized I don't have any earrings on. Did my makeup, did my hair, and ain't got no earrings on. You know what? But it's okay. But yeah, so and okay, so I'm gonna talk about some of the things that I feel like have caused destruction for the black family. Because even though we have this a whole bunch of stereotypes about the black woman being so mean and not warm and not comforting. I mean, we know that to be a lie because the black woman has always been the pillar of the black community in the black household. Like, we are the ones, the black women, who take care of every aspect when it speaks of emotionally, like feeding the family, bringing everyone together, we're like the glue that holds us together. But for some reason nowadays we are not that glue. Okay? If anything, maybe we're a rubber band and we have been stretched and pulled and we're lost. We're out here lost. And I'm one that hate to speak bad about the black community because I feel like anything that a black woman could do or would do, a white woman, Asian woman, Spanish woman would do also. Anything that a black man could do or would do, a white man, Spanish man, Asian man would do also, or could do also. So we're no different from anyone else. The problem is that we've been separated by the government. This world has pulled us apart in a way where they used us and, took all the energy that they could take from us, from our men, from our women, and used and abused us to build up America and other places as well. I'm American, so I can't speak on personal experiences elsewhere, but we all see it. Even Africa isn't African, owned. So, but the black man being separated from the black woman, I guess a lot of people, when I was growing up, a lot of people said that it was the crack era that took the black man away from the black woman. And, I can see how that did it. Because the black men loved the black women. I mean, I've seen movies of situations where black families were together just like any other household, any other race household. But now it's terrible. And it's to the point where not only are the black men a lot of black men, like publicly speaking on how they don't want a black woman. Not only is it that, it's the black men publicly saying that they don't want a black woman or a man. They want a white man or a different race man. And I don't see nothing wrong with, who you have relations with. Whoever you choose to have relationship with, that's you. That's your business. But I do feel like, and I don't want to call it a trend, but it seems to be that the media, and I hope that it's just the media. You know how a lot of things happen and it's all over the TV and the radio, and then you know that not to be true in your real life, right? But yet, if that's all you see, it's going to change the minds of the people that see this stuff, and then it's going to actually make those people do what they see on TV, and that's called programming, so you have to be careful what you watch on TV, what you hear on the radio, what you see, because as black people, I feel like it's all geared towards tearing us apart, because for some reason we're like that rocky ground. Our ground is all cracked. We have a whole bunch of rocks built up on one side. We all cracked and broken, got a couple sinkholes, and our foundation is cracking, and it's losing its strength and its power to stay together. And we need that back. And it starts with one black person at a time. You understand? Take care of your household. Black fathers, we need you there as an inspiration to your child, male or female. It doesn't even matter. Black men, we need to see you more. We love you. It's black women out here love you. I know the media says one thing and portrays one thing, and then it's a lot of, angry black women, that stereotype, that's saying something different. But, I want to start a campaign saying black men, we love you, because I feel like that's how important it is to let black men know that we love you. Black women love you. We appreciate all that you do. We are there to stand behind you, stand beside you, to make sure that we get through this together. Because what's going to happen is our next generation is going to come or the current generation is, going to be so lost. And honestly, I feel like the baby boomers generation did a poor job of providing for the generation that came after them. What was the generation? I forgot the name or the term for the generation that came after the baby boomers. But my generation, that's what I'm speaking of. Like, I feel like the baby boomers messed up our generation. Like, they didn't give us that support that we need. But it's okay, because we can gain it back. One person at a time. And like, the black churches, we could have so much more if the black churches would do more. And that's another thing that, once I pulled away from religion, I really felt like just sickening by the black church. And I'm going to speak my truth, because that's the only way I could come from, is speaking my truth. But the black church, all they do is worship and pray, and just like sheep, they gather together and they all think alike, and no one thinks differently. No one thinks, let's take back our community, because they can't. I mean, honestly speaking, black churches cannot stand up and take over their community. They can't. 9 times out of 10, they have to abide by certain rules that we don't see or know of. That's how I feel, because that's what it looks like. I mean, think about it. The black church has the majority of black people from the neighborhoods, right? Or not the majority, but a big chunk. And if black people could succeed, that would be the place where they could succeed. You know what I mean? But it's not the case. And why is that? I mean, think about it. Poor black people who believe in Jesus and they really take that religion seriously. They give their 10% every Sunday to the church. And it's making no one rich but the preacher. And the people in that community could barely keep their lights on, could barely pay their rent or mortgage, keep their cars, take care of their children. They struggle like hell. And I'm not saying that that the black churches don't provide any type of workshops or financial opportunities for the black people in the church. But overall, do we see black people succeeding who are in the church? Do we see that? I don't. I don't see an abundance of black people getting their stuff together, who have their stuff together. I don't see that. You know, for the most part, black people are struggling. Old black people, young black people. Yeah, it's pulling because of that aspect of the black churches not being able to help create more wealth for the people that's in the church. Young people don't want to go to church. And now, I'm not a Christian because of everything that happens in the church. I'm just a Christian. I'm not a Christian because of the research I've done. But I don't care what you believe in. I really don't. What I care about is how are you growing as black people? I mean, you can worship a rock for all I care, but is that rock helping you to take care of yourself financially and teach the next generation something so that when you pass, they'll have something more than what you have? I mean, we have to think about that. You know, that's a serious issue because the black churches should it's like 2 and 3 churches on every street, on every corner, at least one. And the black people, the majority of the black people are not wealthy. And I see a problem with that. You know, the preacher gets to go home to his 4 or 5 bedroom home and drive his Porsche leaving from the church, and his wife get to drive her Porsche leaving the church, and then the members in the church are catching the church van and can barely afford food on their tables. Seems like a cult to me, but whatever. Anyway, so my next thing that I see, I have an issue with the black people, and I see where we can improve, would be families, the black families, coming together more. Like, I remember when I was growing up, my mom, and she wasn't the best cook. It's like certain things she could cook, but certain things she really couldn't. But on Sundays, we would have like a big family gathering. Like the movie Soul Food, on Sundays, they would cook dinner for everyone. And then you would talk, everyone would talk, and you just came together. You know, you had that family bond. And even probably like before I was born, I remember hearing of black families like living with the grandma was living in the home. And nowadays, black people, we don't even like to have our elders in our home, not even our mothers or fathers. Like, I hear so many black people saying how, no, my mom ain't staying with me. I put them in a nursing home, or I put my dad in a nursing home. And I'm thinking, what? And my family said this as well. I remember once upon a time I was talking to my family about buying some land and we all getting houses on the land, or buying some land and getting a house built and everyone live in the house. And even my mom was like, no, that ain't gonna work. We couldn't do that. That ain't gonna work. And I'm thinking, wow, like, we really ain't trying to make this thing work out for black people. Like, financially, we are struggling, and we're not struggling. It's not as bad as it was like 3, 4, 5 years ago. The struggle is not that bad. And I feel like a lot of things have let up and given us an opening where we as black people could come in and create more streams of income for ourselves. And I do feel that way because especially 2020, I know that it's so many things that has been going on for the past couple of years that will provide for us financially as long as we're willing to put in the work to do them. But at the same time, with that being said, family is still very important. And if your family are not all on board, then some folks gonna get left behind. So I feel like there should be some financial classes or courses going on in the communities or even in your household. Like, check out some of these YouTube videos when they speak about financial matters, credit, buying land, saving money, increasing your income. Like, black families, we need to get together and talk about things like that. And I've just started that last year, probably about the middle of last year. I started that with my children. We will have family game night. But before we have family game night, like while we're eating, because we'll eat and then we'll have game night. But while we were eating, I will talk about finances, saving, financial improvement, or how to, create streams of income. So, I feel like that's the conversation that we have to have, and all these big mamas we got who could do all this best cooking need a YouTube channel so they could make their dollars. Okay, who can make them best cakes and pies, not just for Thanksgiving. They cooking all the time. They need a show. Introduce that to the elder in your family who knows how to cook real good, or who has a certain type of business. Introduce those ideas to them. Help them out financially, because we have to talk about stuff like that, and things have improved. And a lot of older people, they don't understand the internet that much or social media to that extreme. They know about posting and all, but they don't know how to convert that into making some money for them. And like with YouTube, I'm a newbie. at creating my own channel. And for a long time I was like, oh, I can't do that, I can't do that, or it'll take forever. I made excuses after excuses, but now I'm taking that step and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna just do it. What I have to lose. I have nothing to lose, so I'm gonna do it. So, of course I look for ways to help others as well, because I just want to see the Black family survive and make it. We're not that stereotypical angry Black women, lazy Black men, because let me tell you, every Black man I know has some type of hustle. And if you're hustling, any type of way you're hustling, you are making a dollar. You are not lazy. I don't care if you're selling drugs, even though you shouldn't be selling drugs. But that's a hustle. And it takes a lot of time and energy to do. So I wouldn't consider that person being lazy. Okay? Even though I don't agree with selling drugs, of course. Okay? But I'm going to unlock the door for my children. I think it's time for them to come. But yeah, so Black people, let's get it together. 2020 is that year. That's that year. This is the year, okay? This is the year where we're going to put everything together to be financially stable, to increase our income, have more money in our pockets, and work for ourselves, okay? And Black families, we got to get on board when it comes to supporting one another. Whether you in a lesbian or gay relationship, I don't care. If y'all Black, then y'all part of that Black community, and we all need to build together. It just is what it is, okay? So, yeah, that was just some things I just had on my mind about Black people and income and improving ourselves as a community, as a whole. And I know a lot of times we Black people have businesses and other Black people want to come and want a discount. Stop that shit. Stop asking for a discount. Okay? Plenty of people in my family have their own businesses. And I can't stand to hear, oh, well, can I get a discount? Like, bitch, what? You might could get 10% off or something for your first time coming, but what? You don't need a discount? You don't go to the white folks and ask for no discount. You don't go to Walmart and ask, so can I get a discount on my stuff? Take advantage of those folks when they have specials and deals. Stop being lazy and wait until the last minute to get things done. Plan ahead. Okay? You know something coming up in May. Now is the time right now to start planning, start doing your research on your pricing for whatever it is that you need. Plan ahead so that Black people won't suffer. And a lot of times Black people will take on business from other Black people just because, for so many reasons. To help them out, to promote their business. But we got to do better, okay? Definitely got to do better when it comes to supporting Black businesses and not looking for a discount each and every time, okay? And if they gonna give me regular price, I might as well go to the white man. Let's do better, okay? Let's do better. I'm gonna end it there. Because I could go on and on. But my main thing is, like I said, Black business, Black wealth, 2020 extension, okay? Growth, wealth, health, okay? That's another thing. Eat healthy at least once a week, okay? Go for a walk. Do exercise where you can sweat a little bit. Have sex. We're rough. I don't know. Do something that's going to help you health-wise. Help you be healthy. let's do better. Let's do better. That's all it takes is one person at a time and one good deed after another for ourselves, not for Asians, not for white people, not for anyone else. Let's help black people build up black people, their wealth, their health, their physical, their mental. That's another thing. Black people, check in on your elders, okay? Because mentally that will help. Talk to them for 20 minutes. Go visit an elder, okay? We got to start taking care of our people, man. We do. And instead of waiting until they passed and then we're like, oh, I didn't get to say this or do that. Make a phone call. Do a visit on Sunday. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. That's it. I'm going to let it go. But it might be a part 2 to this. But until then, that's all I got to say. Black people, let's do better. I love you, black man. I love you, black woman. You are my sister. I love you. Until next time.